Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar. My name is Felice Gianeri and today I'm going to talk to you about our Productivity Hub solution. This session is aimed at giving you an insight into our approach to building modern portals and will also include a short live demonstration of some of the core features of our productivity solution. We will start with a short introduction about our company, MintTulip, and the other services that form part of our offering. Then we'll show you some example of how the Productivity Hub has really transformed the way our customers are using Office 365. And finally, we will give you a chance to ask any questions and give you all the necessary details to get in touch and discuss potential interest. Right, let's get started. So, who is MintTulip? We are a Tier 1 Microsoft partner and we pride ourselves in really being born in the cloud and specialize in maximizing our customers' investment in Microsoft Cloud services. Over the last 5 years, we've migrated over 500,000 users to Office 365, and today we pay particular focus to digital transformation and adoption services within our productivity and Internet of Things practices. I would highly recommend to visit our recently revamped website to find out more about our services. So let's get started then. So, why did we come up with the Productivity Hub? Having been through several large projects, both in the private and public sector, we noticed that we were almost reinventing the wheel every time, that our customers really needed to kind of do the same things and share a lot of the requirements and needs within the portal space. So we decided to make the most of our experience and create a reusable solution that would save our customers money, time, and give them ultimately a better product. So what we came up with is something that we like to refer to as an accelerator rather than a product. Here you can see a screenshot of the homepage of one of our productivity hubs, and as you can probably gather, it is built on top of SharePoint Online and brings the best of all the Office 365 together. It is of course about news publishing, it comes with a corporate directory and all the nice things that you can expect from a modern portal. What makes it really special is the ability to adapt to the context in which it is used by providing a personalized experience depending on who is logged in. I'll shortly give you a real demo that hopefully will give you a better understanding of some of its capabilities. But before I do that, here's some of the key features of our Productivity Hub. As I mentioned, it comes pre-built with all the features that you would expect from a modern portal. Based on previous projects and our own intellectual property, our own IP, we think we've got 80% of the most common productivity scenarios covered. This allows us to concentrate on the remaining 20% that is specific to our customers, what really matters to you. Compared with traditional portal deployment projects, it can go into production in a matter of days rather than months. And because it is not a boxed product, when Microsoft release new features or when we ourselves develop new IP, new capabilities, it can easily be updated, giving you access to the latest innovations. And of course, it can be used on any device thanks to its responsive design that adapts depending on the size of the screen. It's configured in a way that content is dynamically and automatically populated in key areas, giving you the power to target the right audience as well as giving users themselves the ability to subscribe to the content they need when they need it. It's also built on top of, using Microsoft best practices really, but it's also using standard web technologies that most developers are familiar with, which means we can easily hand over the ongoing management to your IT team in case you wish to be in control of the whole solution. But enough talking now. What I'll do is I'll give you a demo of one of our many productivity hubs, and please pray with me that the demo gods are with me today. So I'm going to quickly switch over to my browser and log in as someone who works in the IT department. The first thing you'll notice is probably the bright colors, which is actually intentional. This is to show you that our productivity app can easily be customized to match and respect your corporate branding guidelines. If I resize the screen to sort of emulate what the experience would be like from a mobile device, you can see that it rearranges the content in a friendly way, avoiding the need to scroll left and right. Now, I'm not going to take you through every feature and component, or we'll be here for days. I'm just going to take you through a couple of scenarios. I'll just pretend to be a member of the ID department, opening my browser first thing in the morning to see what's changed, maybe start collaborating with my colleagues, and keep working on those design documents that I really need to complete. Straight away, I can see corporate news in the carousel in the top left, giving me the latest company updates, as well as having access to the latest social activity, whether it's Yammer, Twitter, Facebook, and it's all right there without having to leave the page. There's even a news sticker at the top of the page with any urgent alerts or live share price updates if I'm sort of interested in that sort of stuff. And as my eyes move to the right, content in these smaller boxes starts to get a bit more specific to me because of who I am and what content maybe I've decided to subscribe to. On the lower right hand side, I have instant access to the things that I've decided to follow, such as colleagues. Let me just scroll down. Such as people, colleagues, and maybe the documents that I'm currently working on or the ones that I'm following, and the sites that I'm a member of or that I need quick access to. I also have a My Links button here on the right hand side that again is personalized to me and allows me to get to the applications and locations that I visit frequently without having to open another page. And it's all right there in front of me, easy. This also enables your IT department maybe to publish some applications that are only specific to your job or to your function. If I'm maybe new to the business or I'm trying to find an answer to the most common problem, I can review the latest FAQs, and they're all very nice, expanding on the screen without having to open a separate pop-up or without having to launch a separate window. I can check the latest trending documents across all of Office 365 thanks to the Microsoft Graph, which kind of promotes content based on some very clever machine learning in the same way that Delve does, if you're familiar with Delve. In fact, this works exactly the same way as Delve, only it's right here at my fingertips. And of course, if I want to go to Delve, we put a nice little button with a link to it. Still, as I'm here, I maybe spot an announcement. It's just been published in this box here, and I click on it to find out a bit more about what's been announced today. Just give it a couple of seconds for the page to load. I should have warmed this up really. SharePoint likes to be warmed up. This will take me to a nice article page that I can obviously read and consume. But I also have the ability to rate using these nice little stars here, which will then promote this type of content to other users. And I can also provide comments right there within the context of this article, using, leveraging the power of Yammer. I can follow it, I can unfollow it, I can reply to existing comments, and so on. And this will then bring, obviously, this conversation, this particular piece of content into the wider Yammer feed. Whilst I'm here, I can also see what other articles have been published that are maybe related to this topic, and also see the most popular ones based on the number of visits or highest ratings, all right there in front of me. It's just great, isn't it? It's just very intuitive. Okay, but what if I need to do something that is specific to my department, the IT department, such as maybe follow a process or review the latest content? And what we've done in response to that, we've created some departmental pages where content is pulled from different sources, consolidating everything that has been tagged with IT in this particular case, without the need for someone to actually curate this page. Once articles, documents, or pages themselves, links, or even Yammer groups, if we had a specific Yammer group, once everything has been tagged, this page brings it all together. You've got FAQs, again, which is a subset of the FAQs that you saw on the homepage. Only these are specific to IT topics. I have documents that are organized and categorized by tag, so that anything that's been tagged with operations automatically is populated in this box without me having to do anything. So very, very, very easy. Okay, so one last thing I'm going to show you today is how easy it actually is to find experts, or it may be just even simply a phone number. Browsing to the directory page, it gives me immediate results based on the people closer to me without the need to type anything in the search box, really. Of course, I can still do that if I want to. But let's pretend I met someone in the lift that mentioned something I was interested in, but I didn't know his name. But I do know he works in the defense department, and that maybe his favorite number is 6. Looking on the refiners on the right-hand side, I can straight away see the department. So remembering that his department is 6, I can quickly filter by department, clicking on defense, and restrict the results. And in this case, it's just 3 individuals, which again narrows the results based and gives me a much better chance of finding what I need. I now recognize the face, and from the description, I'm definitely confident that that is the person I was looking for. And I can quickly highlight this very nicely card, get more information, and view more details. And I can email them with just one click, or even initiate a phone conversation through Skype. Okay, so this concludes this short demo, which only really touched on a few of the cool features that come pre-built with our productivity app. Let's go back to the slides. Now, let's talk now about our deployment approach, which is a key differentiator because it's going to give you the ability to get to a production stage in a very short and flexible timescale. We have and we use a standard set of materials to take you through the key stages that are necessary to create the basic for the productivity app, which we then match to your business needs. Depending on your requirements, of course, and the complexity of the solution itself, we can then adapt our model as needed. So what if you do have more advanced requirements? Well, what I've talked about so far and what I've showed you, all features and functionalities that come as standard with all of our productivity hubs. But if you needed more and very specific requirements, we can always accommodate that. Remember, our productivity hub is not really an intranet, although it can easily act as one. It is an accelerator from which you can build many more advanced features, such as the ones that are shown on the screen right now. Great, so now let me show you some concrete examples of what some of our customers have done recently thanks to the Productivity Hub, which will demonstrate really how versatile it can be. And that's particularly true in the case of Capita, and in which they decided, they opted to use it for more than one scenario. For one scenario, they needed a landing page for all of their Office 365 users to act really as a gateway to all their services, and also provided a self-service tool to create SharePoint sites, which we built using an Azure app. They also chose the Productivity Hub to launch OneDrive as a service, OneDrive for Business as a service, and to provide an interactive portal designed to drive adoption of the new tool. Homebase, another customer, Homebase migrated their old intranet into the Productivity Hub and optimized the content to be surfacing product-related material on any device, regardless of where they were. So maybe next time you're in Homebase and see one of their employees with a tablet walking around the shop, maybe take a peek and you'll see our Productivity Hub. Next customer is Ariva. They needed a migration center to track the status of their own migration to the cloud, as well as give users that were being migrated access to the key resources even before they were migrated, such as Office 365 training, FAQs, get started guides, and even multilingual subsections for each of their European offices. Okay, so hopefully this gives you enough of an overview of what the Productivity Hub is, how it can be used, and what it can do to really transform the way you publish and consume content, and how it can really bring users together and ultimately improve your productivity. Very briefly, I'll talk to you about some of the next steps and what it would mean to get connected on some of the things we've talked about today. From a commercial perspective, we operate a very simple licensing model that is based on the size of your organization and comes with a few options tailored around your needs. As a thank you for attending the webinar today, we want to give you a chance to find out a bit more about a Productivity Hub, and therefore we're offering everyone who's attended today a free one-day demo for a deep dive session on more specific features. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them now, and we'll open up. Otherwise, feel free to obviously get in touch via email, through our website, or even social media like Twitter. You can see our Twitter handle there. And we really look forward to speak to you and to understand your requirements and hopefully work with you in the near future. Hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you very much.